books here also, Vanity Karma and the Kirtan Standards as well. You can avail after the class. Maharaj can sign if you like. So let us welcome Maharaj 3 times Hari Bol. Long time. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Okay. Please mute your cell phones. If you have small kids, take to the reception. No other conversation, please here attend to.
Hare Krishna. I don't think so. No, the problem is that it's heavy on this side. Yeah, it can be higher. And tilted this way. That looks good. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Shodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Shodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Om Vishnupad Panaman Sapadi Prajakacharya Stotra Sri Shrimadi A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Raj Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Sridhar Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Sham Kun Radha Kunigiri Govardhan Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Navadip Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Ki Jai Ganga Mai Ki Jai Jamana Mai Ki Jai Tulsi Devi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Gaur Premanande. All right. Age. Come on. Those who are by the door might want to consider filling in some of the abundant space that we have. And now is, oh, you're still here. Now is the auspicious time for a cell phone check. Sabhi mobile band kijiye. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is the volume okay? Yes? All right. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it said that Krishna comes Saharamena Keshava. Atimartyani Bhagavan Gudha Kapadamanusha. First line? What is that verse? What's the first line? First line. Yes. The meaning is, you'll find it meantime. The meaning is that Krishna comes into this world, Saharamena Keshava, along with Lord Balaram, Saharamena. And Atimartyani Bhagavan, he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore the activities that they perform are Atimartya. Atimartya means not like the activities of the mortal living beings. The living beings of this material world come here on account of their past karma and are forced to act this way, that way, and to accept the reactions of their past activities, good or bad. And we do something, whatever it may be. We make some contribution or some mischief, and then we are kicked out. This is the law of nature. Jatasya dhruva mrityur, dhruvam janma mritasya cha. For one who's born, death is certain. No one can say, no, I won't die. And for one who dies, birth is also certain. We may admit it, we may not admit it. But not, if it's true for you. People say that. They want to be polite, they want to be, what's the word? Accepting. So they don't fight. If you say that after death you have to be born again, they say, yeah, that I understand that that's true for you. You believe it, but I don't have to believe it. But this true for you doesn't mean anything. Suppose I say, everyone who's born has to die. You say, I understand that's true for you. That's... You can have little bags and everyone puts their shoe in the bag and puts their phone in the bag. Okay, if you don't know how to turn your cell phone off, have your kids show you how to do it. So jatasya hidro mrityu, everyone has to die. No one can say, no, I won't die. Similarly, everyone who dies has to be born again. That's the law of nature. No one is exempt. But Krishna and Balaram are not subject to the laws of nature. Ati martyani. They're beyond the restrictions of this world. Just suppose the king goes into the prison to supervise, to see how things are going. So if the prisoners think, oh, now the king has become like us. No. The king is coming voluntarily, he can also leave voluntarily. We don't have that privilege. As prisoners, we have to stay. But the king can come and go as he likes. So this is Krishna. Goloka namni jadhamni. He has his own transcendental world, but by his causeless mercy he comes to this material world also and performs wonderful activities, gurdha kapita manasha, in the guise of a human being. Sometimes Krishna comes and performs activities in the form of half lion, half man, sometimes as a tortoise, sometimes as a fish, and sometimes he comes apparently like a human being. Then people say, oh, you've accepted some man as God. But he performs wonderful activities impossible for any human being. There may be so many rascals who claim to be God. Let them lift Govardhan Hill. That they can't do. They can make a show of being God, make a farce, a claim. But they can't actually do what God can do. Maybe some magic tricks for the bewilderment of the foolish public. But Krishna shows the universal form to Arjuna. Krishna lifts the Govardhan Hill. Krishna kills the Putana Rakshasi. Krishna does so many wonderful things. And that also, Saharamena, along with Balaram. Krishna is one, but he has the ability to expand himself. There are different kinds of expansions of Krishna. Sometimes Krishna expands himself in exactly identical forms. When he marries the 16,000 queens at Dwarka, when he dances with the gopis in Vrindavan, then he expands himself in exactly equal forms, just to please all the queens, all the gopis. But sometimes Krishna also appears in a form not exactly the same. just like Balaram, he's also Krishna. But Krishna's blackish in complexion, Lord Balaram is whitish in complexion. So there's some difference in their appearance. Krishna appears as the younger brother, Balaram as the older brother. So, but they're the same person. Ramadi Murti Shukala Niyamena Tishtana Avatara Makarod Bhuvaneshu Kintu Advaitam Achutam Anadim Anantarupam. Advaita, he's not two, he's one. But he appears in Anantarupam, unlimited numbers of forms. But the first form is Baladev. Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. Krishna stu Bhagavan Swayam. But he expands himself. Yes. So, Gudha Kapata Manusha, as if a human being, but performing wonderful activities. Actually, before we even come to Krishna's activities on earth or the activities, oh my goodness, is it really so hard to turn off the phone? Or is that our own flood alert? But it's understood that there's a flood alert. How many flood alerts do we need? Can you please learn how to turn off your flood alerts? What are the instructions for turning off the flood alert on Android? What do you do? Airplane mode. How about airplane mode, ladies and gentlemen? Airplane mode. Otherwise, we won't let you fly. Hare Krishna. Excuse me? Kritavan Kila Karmani. Kritavan Kila Karmani. They perform wonderful activities. Even before, in the spiritual world, Krishna and Balaram, the entire spiritual world is expanded from Balaram. That's stated in Brahmotsav, that the entire spiritual sky, spiritual planets, are expanded from Lord Balaram. Then further expansion, Balaram expands as Narayan, as Sankarshan, then Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradumna, Niruddha, Narayan comes, and down, down, down. Then we get the avatars appearing in this material world. But Lord Balaram is in the mood, although he's the elder brother, he's in the mood of let's just have kirtan. Let's just have kirtan. I don't have the patience. There's he's in the mood of. No, they can't. They don't know how to do it. Who wants to lead kirtan? You're not serious. So, although Lord Balaram appears as the elder brother of Krishna, he's always in the mood of being servant of Krishna. That's he's always in the mood of being servant of Krishna. That's the mood of Lord Balaram. He's assisting Krishna in his transcendental pastimes. When Krishna appears as the Mahavishnu or Garbhodakshay Vishnu, then Balaram appears as the Ananta Shesha, the couch of the Lord. Then his hoods formed an umbrella for the Lord. He takes the form of the Lord's shoes and the Lord's sacred thread. All the paraphernalia is a manifestation of Lord Balaram. So he's assisting Lord Vishnu in different ways. And when Krishna appears in his Brajalila, then again Lord Balaram is there assisting Krishna, because of course Krishna can do everything. He doesn't need assistance. But just to increase the transcendental pleasure of the Lord and the transcendental pleasure of the devotees, Krishna expands himself as Balaram. Ramante yogino nante satyananda chidatmani iti rama padena so param brahma vidhiyate. The Absolute Truth is known as Rama because he's the source of unlimited transcendental pleasure. In this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So some will say that Ram is Dasharati Ram. And some will say that Ram is Balaram. Some may also say that Ram is Krishna, because Ram is means the reservoir of pleasure. Krishna is also the reservoir of pleasure. So according to our choice, we can take it this way, that way. Rama, Rama, Rameti. Yes. Yes, loud. No, that's not loud. That's not loud. Loud means loud. Boliye, Jorse. Ah. So the Lord is the reservoir of pleasure, therefore he's also called Ram. So when Krishna's engaged in his various pastimes, even although they're the same personality of Godhead, they behave a little differently. So when Krishna was expanding, because Brahma stole the cows, cowherd boys, and Krishna was thinking, now what will happen if I go back to the village? Then all the mothers will be unhappy. Where's our son? Where's the cows will be unhappy? Where are our calves? So Krishna expanded himself as all the cows and calves. And for 1 year, Krishna himself was playing as all of each individual calf, each individual boy was actually Krishna. But Krishna expanded himself exactly with the exact features of each boy, each calf. So the mothers became even more affectionate to their sons, the cows became even more affectionate to their calves. Usually they were more affectionate to Krishna. Even though they had their calves, they had their sons, they were more affectionate to Krishna. Now they were more affectionate to their sons and their calves. So this is going on for a year, and one day the cowherd men were pasturing the cows up on the top of the hill, must be Govardhan Hill. Anyway, they were pasturing the cows, and the cows saw in the valley that our calves are there. And the cows began bounding down the hill, running, with their front feet together, their tails in the air, they're running down the hill. And they're get to the bottom where the calves are, they're licking the calves out of so much affection. And the cowherd men tried to stop them, because if the cows get together with the calves will drink all the milk. So the cowherd men are trying to stop the cows, but the cows are just running. There's nothing we can do. The cows are running. And the cowherd men became a little ashamed, a little frustrated. We were helpless. We couldn't do anything. But then when they got to the bottom of the hill, then their sons were there, and the cowherd men became overwhelmed with love and affection for their sons. So Lord Balaram was watching all of this, and he was thinking, what's going on here? This is so, it was never like this. Then he said to Krishna, I think this must be a display of your mystic power. I think that you must be expanding yourself as the cows or boys. Actually, they're all you. What is the meaning? Then Krishna explained, yes, Brahma has stolen the boys, stolen the calves, so I'm expanding myself like this. So even Balaram was astonished. Although he's Krishna himself, he plays a different role. Similarly, at the marriage, when Krishna kidnapped Rukmini, she sent a emergency letter to Krishna that there were no cell phones, so she had to send a Brahmin to Krishna, that I'm to be married to this nonsense rascal, Shishupal, but actually I want to be married to you. So you please come and kidnap me. So Krishna at once went to Dwarka, to, was that Kindin? what was that place? Vidarbha. Kundi. Went there and kidnapped Rukmini. Then, and none of the other kings or princes, they couldn't do anything. Krishna was too good. He defeated them all. And he's heading back to Dwarka. But the marriage had been arranged by Rukmi, her elder brother. Actually, the king wanted to marry his daughter to Krishna. But the son had arranged this, made this other arrangement, and out of regard for his son, the king was going along with it. And then Krishna broke up the whole program. But Rukmi was angry that Krishna is stealing my sister. I can't allow this. And you other kings, you're all nonsense. You couldn't do anything. But I'll show something. I'll stop Krishna and bring Rukmini back from his clutches. And I promise you this. If I can't do this, then I'll give up my kingdom. So then Rukmi caught up with Krishna, challenged him. That you're just like a crow stealing from a sacrifice. You've stolen my sister, but now I challenge you to a fight. And he's saying so many things. And Krishna, boom, 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 defeated, broke his bowstrings with his arrows and just finished his opposition. And then tied him up. And after tying him up, he was he humiliated Rukmi by cutting off his hair in patches. A little bit here, a little bit there, part of a mustache, part of, it's like just mocking him. Then Lord Balaram, when Krishna had left to the kingdom of Vidarbha, Balaram had seen that where's Krishna going? Then Balaram followed with so many soldiers because Krishna just went on his own. But Balaram, always taking care, came with so many soldiers and to assist Krishna. Now he saw that Krishna's tied up Rukmi and he's insulted him in this way. And Rukmini, meanwhile, is seeing that Krishna, next thing is Krishna will kill him. So she's pleading with Krishna, please don't kill my brother. Anyway, he wanted what was good for me, but please don't kill him on our wedding day. It's not very good. So then Balaram came, and he saw what was going on. So then he was lecturing Krishna. The elder brother can do that. He can instruct. So he's lecturing Krishna. Whatever he may have done, now he's our relative. You shouldn't insult him this way. This is contrary to our family values. Don't do this. Then he turns to Rukmini. Why are you so sympathetic to a nonsense brother like this? This is like bodily conception of life. You're thinking he's your brother and you're all... he's just a useless nonsense. Then he's again turning to Krishna and lecturing Krishna. Then again lecturing Rukmini the opposite way. So in this way the pastime was going on. So this is Balaram. He's Krishna, but he's playing a little differently. Sometimes, mostly the demons, Krishna killed so many, but Balaram also killed a few of them. That Pralambasura was killed by Krishna, that ass demon, what is his name? Dhenukasura. He's killed by Balaram. So Balaram also takes charge of some of the demon killing. That, Balwal, another demon, Balaram kills. And finally, later he kills Rukmi also. There was some wedding coming down from, now how did it go? Rukmi's daughter marries Krishna's son or grandson, like that. Grandsons, I think. So it's like close relatives, cousins. But it was accepted. And the ceremony is going on, everyone is gathered. But Rukmi has the foolishness to challenge Balaram to chess. The Kshatriyas, they get into competitive sports, and chess is also, therefore Yudhisthira Maharaj was challenged to also gambling. He couldn't refuse. So Balaram was challenged. Balaram wasn't very good at chess. Wasn't his game. He was the most expert in club fighting, but not very expert in chess. So he was challenged by Rukmi. And in the first match, then Rukmi won. It went on like that once or twice, 3 times. Rukmi won. But then next time, Balaram won. But Rukmi said, no, you didn't win. Refusing to accept. Then again, next match, again Balaram won. And again, this time I think a voice came from the sky that actually Balaram is the true winner. And still Rukmi is not accepting. Then Balaram just killed him. And Krishna didn't say anything. Because if he says something in protest, that's against his elder brother. And if he says something in support, that's against his wife. So there's no winning position in saying anything. So Krishna just didn't say anything. So these activities are going on, and although they may appear to be the activities of, like human activities, they're activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And therefore, just by hearing of Krishna's activities as Lord Balaram, one becomes purified, one becomes elevated in Krishna consciousness. And Narottam Das Thakur says, Brajendra Nandan Jay, Shachi Shuto Hoilo She, Balaram Hoilo Nitai. That in Kali Yuga, Krishna comes as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Brajendra Nandan, Krishna, becomes Sachi Nandan, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Balaram Hoilo Nitai. And Balaram appears as Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Dina Hina Yatachilo Hariname Uddharilo. Tar Shakshi Jagai Matai. So their business, Balaram and Krishna, they're killing so many demons. But as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, no killing. But they kill the demonic mentality. By Harinam Uddharilo, they uplift everyone by this Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I'll tell one final thing, that when in Vrindavan, Srila Prabhupada established uniquely the temple of Krishna Balaram. It had been a big endeavor, but the temple was finally opened, and the next morning Prabhupada was walking. He was on his morning walk, and he was telling from Srimad Bhagavatam one incident that Krishna is, Prabhupada said, flattering Balaram. That my dear brother, all of these trees, they're bowing down to touch your lotus feet. They were all great sages in their previous life. Now they're honoring you. In different ways, Krishna is speaking like that. And then Prabhupada said that I've established this temple just to show that there's no difference between Krishna Balaram and Gaur Nitai. So Prabhupada said, if you ever have any difficulty, you can come before Krishna Balaram or Gaur Nitai and say, sir, this is the problem, and they will do the needful. So this is this is Krishna Balaram, Nitai Gaur. So we can go on chanting Hare Krishna and glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Oh, I see. Yeah. Why should people be seated? Should we take questions or just have kirtan? What should we do? All right.
Hare Bol Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Can you influence the form of your rebirth? And if yes, how do you influence it?
I couldn't hear a word. What?
Can you influence the form in which you are born again? And if yes, how do you influence that form?
Can you involve who? Can you influence rebirth? Can you influence the form you... Yes, by your consciousness. In Bhagavad Gita, yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajachante kalevaram. Tam tamevaiti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavita. Krishna says, whatever you think of at the time of death, that's the form you take in the next life. So we can think of according to the way we live. We can get a nice dog and walk the dog every day and pet the dog and look forward to coming home and being with our dog, and then in the next life become a dog. Or we can practice thinking of Krishna, and in the next life we can join Krishna. So that's up to us. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes?
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. My question is, how come Balaram never got as many wonderful pastimes as Krishna?
We haven't seen all the pastimes of Balaram. They're all of the pastimes of Krishna and Balaram are unlimited. We've only seen a little bit, but the unlimited pastimes, both.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Anyone else?
Yes, Hare Krishna Maharaj. I did have one little question. You know, words like unlimited, how can we really understand these words?
I couldn't hear.
Words like unlimited, as a conditioned soul, how can we really...
I heard that much and then everything became mumbling again. Could you hear?
How can we understand words like unlimited because we're conditioned souls?
We can't understand. It's just we know what limited is. So unlimited means beyond that. But what goes on in the unlimited, we'll only get something. according to our limited capability, we'll understand something, but that will be good enough. If we just understand Krishna as he is, that's part of understanding Krishna as he is, that he's unlimited. So I can only understand a little bit. What is that Brahma said? Even if one could take all the atoms in the universe and count them, or Prabhupada said, roll up the whole universe like your bedroll, still he wouldn't be able to count the unlimited qualities of Krishna. All right, shall we stop here? Or there's another question?
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, we hear every time that we should see Krishna is in every living entity, like in human beings as well as in other species as well. So how can we see and how can we practice seeing Krishna, because there are a lot of reversals and some are like favorable behavior in terms of Krishna consciousness, and some are not, and some are like socially not accepted things. How can we see like Krishna in that situation or in that human being?
Did you understand? Did you hear that? What did she say? How can we see Krishna in every living being? Some of them may not be very favorable to us. Favorable, just like the Krishna is everywhere. So the sun is Krishna, representing Krishna. Sometimes the sun may be very pleasant. Sometimes the sun may not be very pleasant. But Krishna is there as the sun. He's in every living being. In pure consciousness, everyone is favorable. But those whose consciousness is covered, unfavorable. Not that Krishna is everything, good or bad. But sadasach chaha marjana. Both the eternal and the temporary are within me, or the good and the bad are within me. So everything's present in Krishna, not only what I like, what I don't like also. Even what I don't like, that's good for me too. And my enemies are my friends. They point out my bad qualities. That's the business of our enemies. They get on Facebook and then they say, blah, 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 blah. So that's good. It keeps me from getting puffed up, points out some of my bad qualities, my mistakes. So even my enemies are my friends. Or even my friends are my enemies. My friends say, oh, you're so wonderful, you're so intelligent, you're so beautiful, you look so nice. And then I start to think, yes, I'm so intelligent, I'm very beautiful, this, that. So from one point of view, our friends are our enemies, and our enemies are our friends. In any case, this friends and enemies, Prahlad Maharaj says, is all our illusion. No friends or enemies. Everyone is part and parcel of Krishna. All right, let's stop here. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. All right, we'll have an advertisement. We've published this book, Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan Standards. So for those who are interested in Kirtan, those who are performing Kirtan, it collects all sorts of statements from Srila Prabhupada and Prabhupada's disciples about how Prabhupada wanted us to do Kirtan, and also how he didn't want us to do Kirtan. What's important, what's not important, what we should do, so many things. And not two things, the specifics, particular, you chant this mantra, don't chant that mantra. And also the deeper understandings. Why are we chanting Hare Krishna? what is our purpose, what should be our mood, what should be our meditation. So many topics are covered in this book, Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan Standards. So you're welcome to get a copy. How do they get a copy?
We have 12 copies, limited copies. Maharaj is here today. He will also sign the copies. It's $16. So please.
So especially those who are interested in Kirtan, you can pick up a copy. And they're disappearing, so we're scheduling a reprint, but it'll take a while. So, as they say, grab them while they're hot. All right. And we have copies of my other book, Vanity Karma, which is especially meant for the outsiders. Anyway, we'll talk more about that. All right. Shall we stop here? I don't want to hold people. Okay.
Quick announcements. Sunday feast is sponsored by Mona Ketan Mataji and family. They are here. They can come forward.